closer for your Brooklyn Nets. The time is here for your first vote of Season 3. Which one has the power within to win? My team first today with the OGD5. Game tied in overtime. It's Glenn Rice. Passing up the three. Hits the mid-range. Oh, yeah! Defender pulls back. So the shooter stepped in sideways.
And here in the middle of the season, these teams really coming into their own right now. They found their identity and know what they're all about, Grant.
Well, oftentimes that's what happens. I mean, these guys have had the time to gel and get to know how they like to play. And at this point, it's all about going out night after night and just executing.
So the Raptors starting five. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Banton in at the point. Here's Little, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter.
Trailblazers ball.
Now Lillard. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. And Nurkic with the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
The three, and Porter hits from deep.
Good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Porter's shot is off. Now Portland with it. It's a three-point game.
And year in and year out, there's one thing we know for certain about the Blazers. They've got some of the best fans in the NBA.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Trent, the pass to Barnes. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
And how about the fan base in Portland? They're passionate, and they really understand the game.
That's so true, B.A. I mean, even in lean years, they come out to support their club. And when they're on top, all of Rip City gets caught up in the buzz. Portland's a great basketball town.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Well, Doris, it was only a few years ago that the Raptors won an NBA title. It seems like a lot further back, though.
It does, B.A., because we're looking at a much different basketball team. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard has moved on. Kyle Lowry has moved on. In fact, many of the key players from that squad have moved on. Incredible to think they have managed to remain competitive.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Now here's Porter. He played a great game against Golden State. Pass to Banton. Fires for 3. And Porter hits from deep. Porter's got 6.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Lillard outside. Trent against Payton. For 3, here's Lillard. The offensive rebound. Here's Little. Goes up again. Pass to Winslow. Back to Little. And finally, that one's good.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
This is a real strength of Siakam's game, the ability to extend possessions and get second chance points on the board.
Outside Payton. Pass to Little. Here's the three. Siakam pulls down the board.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And the basket by Trent.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Lillard passes to Nurkic. To the inside. Goes back up. And it's good on the lay-in.
And for Nurkic, one of his key attributes is the ability to keep the play alive on the glass.
Pass to Trent. Here's Benton. And here's Barnes. And here's Porter outside. Rebounded by Winslow. For Portland, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Lillard outside.
2 minutes.
Oh, swiped away.
2 minutes.
And here's Barnes. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Back to Porter. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J. Porter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And the Blazers have been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, up until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success. They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years.
Fans, let them hear from you. Make some noise for your Blazer dancers.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Achua's checked in for Pascal Siakam. OG Anunoby comes in for Scotty Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Porter Jr. And it's Jackson in for Trent. Here's Sharp. There's a minute 26 left in the first quarter. From the high post. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know Coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Ben. The rebound by Eubanks. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Here's Brown. The shot that time not on target. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Going with almost an entire new group here. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Achua. Barnes comes in for Porter Jr. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Jackson. And Gary Trent Jr. in for Ben.
He does best, getting after the offensive glass.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Justice Winslow out there with Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Nasir Little, and there's Damian Lillard, and it's Payton in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Sinks it from distance. Porter's got 12 points in the game.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Pass to Little. Lillard outside. Now Nurkic. Over Siakam. Shot by Nurkic. No good. Toronto has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game.
And Yusuf Nurkic, a solid role player, fits well into any team environment. A great passer and doesn't need touches to contribute. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut it to the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Now here's Lillard, scoring around 20 points a game. A very talented offensive player. Shot clock at 2. Shoots over Barnes. Here's Nurkic. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. He's got 6.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
And here's Porter outside. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there. And we saw last year, Nurkic can also act as a mentor with young players.
Yeah, B.A., and that's a great veteran presence from Nurkic. Not a star player by any means, but a player everyone would want on their team.
Thanks. The great one in the last game against the Warriors just played phenomenal. He ended up with 70 points and was on point from deep. An astounding game for him, putting up numbers we might be talking about for the rest of his career. Back to you.
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Count that bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Lillard. On the wing, Payton. He's guarded by Porter. Payton passes to Nurkic. 1:56 left in the first half. Here's Barnes. And another basket for Toronto. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors?
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Another big component of their early game tonight is the points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And the Trailblazers call time.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Toronto. Young, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Boucher comes in for Scotty Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Ben in for Trent. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
Back to Simons. Brown against Porter. Outside, Brown. Pass to Sharp. Up and over Porter. Portland, no good that time either.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And there's the lob.
Yeah, the vertical of the Sharp is there. He'll be a challenge to contest in this league for sure.
Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 20-6 run. 34 seconds left in the second period. And here's Porter outside. And the Raptors, another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Here's Eubanks. Knocks down the 18-footer.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Here's Ben. He's covered by Simons. Outside Porter. From downtown, fires in the triple. Porter's got 29.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. More 2K action in just a moment. out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
So for the Raptors right now, Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Banton in at the point guard position. Now here's Winslow. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Barnes. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Shooting for Toronto, Scotty Barnes. At the line for one.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggle with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you.
Sometimes it's hard to believe looking at him now, but Pascal Siakam was drafted late in the first round back in 2016. Think about it. This was the 27th pick at one point.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third-period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Now here's Lillard. And the foul on Gary Trent. That'll be a second foul in the game. You can bet a lot of teams are kicking themselves now for not selecting Siakam.
Well, you have to be able to see what the potential in the future is. And Pascal Siakam has morphed into a highly productive offensive player. And the key here, guys, is there's still much room for growth. He gets more and more dangerous by the year.
Now here's Lillard.
Yeah, inside.
At the line for two.
Substitution here for Portland. Watford's checked in for Nurkic. Eubanks comes in for Winslow. Sharp, he's checked in for Payton. And Simon is subbed in for Lillard. A big group substitution here for Toronto. Young, he's checked in for Siakam. Boucher comes in for Scotty Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Porter Jr. in for Trent.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's Simons. 5 points in the game from the arc. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Goes up off the inbound. And it's flushed down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Porter. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Porter gets the bucket.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Pass to Little. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Sharp. He's guarded by Porter. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Sharp's got 6.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Pass to Porter. Launches a 3. And Watford pulls it down. Here's Sharp. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Damian Lillard out there with Gary Payton second. Then it's Justice Winslow. Then it's Nasir Little. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Outside Payton. Back to Lillard. Pass to Little. Well, some have said the NBA's next media deal could see franchises' values double. As a league owner, Grant, are you good with that?
I think I could get comfortable with that idea. I just think it speaks to the product. It speaks to how we present and package the game. There's so much excitement right now. It's a lot of fun to be a part of.
It's one of the best investments in sports, the NBA.
Question.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
The Trailblazers shooting about 47%, a nice number. Lillard passes to Brown. Johnson with it. Outside Winslow. It doesn't go for him. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. They are square in the middle of a 7-game road tour. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
So we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
Achiuwa's checked in for Toronto. Jackson comes in for Banton. That's good from Siakam. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic.
Okay, then.
Well, this guy is a highlight reel waiting to happen. Josh Jackson with authority.
Here's Lillard. Cranked it in off the glass.
That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
For Toronto, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Jacks up a 3, and the Raptors another 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Outside Johnson. Barnes against Brown. Over Barnes. Brown can't hit.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah.
Substitution here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kaycock. Eubanks comes in for Winslow. Payton's checked in for Brown. And Simon is subbed in for Johnson. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Young, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Hernan Gomez comes in for Achua. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Ben in for Trent. And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, they have a long way to go, but attacking the rim like that is a great way to start a comeback. Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Pass to Eubanks. Outside Payton. They get it back. Second chance shot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Jackson outside. Pass to Porter. Now Hernan Gomez. Now Porter. He's covered by Simons. For 3. Can't get it to fall. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.